Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is 1:36 a.m. and I know I say this a lot, but this vlog is not going to be super long tonight. So if you watch my Peter Monn channel, you know there's been like a lot of drama popping off, and I've been filming like all day long. And as soon as I got a video done, I wanted to film videos on my Peterson's channel, my book channel, but that didn't happen because I was taking care of the dogs and I was doing all kinds of stuff, and then I would sit down and then something else would pop off, and I've been reading Twitter and all that kind of stuff today. So this is not going to be super long tonight, which is okay. And but it is what it is. So tomorrow I have something kind of exciting that I'm doing, and I'm in a vlog on my way to doing it tomorrow, so my vlog tomorrow will probably be much longer for you guys. You'll have a little Sunday vlog to watch on Mother's Day evening, and wherever you're at in the world. Probably won't be up. Yeah, it'll be Monday by the time some people watch it, like in Australia, like Annie. So tonight's is going to be much shorter just because of that, and I want to relax a little bit and let my mind wander, and I want to listen to a little bit of the Devouring Gray. I haven't been listening to too much of it at night, but I've been listening to enough of it. It is so fantastic, and I'm really into it. I don't know how much I have of it. I think am I halfway through it yet? I'm not halfway through it yet, I don't think. I think I'm like almost right at the halfway mark of it. So yeah, that's been the day today. What did I do today? I got up and I went and met up with a sober friend of mine for coffee, and I just had like a small cup of coffee. Oh, I did my fuelings today early, so I ended them early, which is kind of nice, I have to say. Like, if I was going to give a suggestion if you're going to do this diet, I definitely think starting earlier in the day is better. But I will say this, for me, as somebody that stays up later, like, then later in the day, I'm like, and I mean later, like midnight, I'm really hungry. So if you get up early and you start it early, the nice thing about it is, I think that it really helps with your weight loss because you end it early in the day, because you have 6 total fuelings. But then, you know, like, I don't know, like, I wasn't hungry, I'm not hungry throughout the day because of when I eat. Honestly, it's weird because, like, I'm not used to eating every 2.5 to 3 hours. You know, back in the day when I was eating, I typically would eat, like, one meal with Alex, you know, or I would get some at the grocery store and sit there and eat, or like Noodles and Company and watch TV if he was going out with friends. But then I would, you know, like, then late at night sometimes I would get like a snack, or I would get something else to eat. So those would be like those would typically be the 2 times that I would eat. And late at night it was always something, you know, really unhealthy. So this is totally different for me, which is good. But I'm not used to I'm getting used to eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, but I wasn't back then. So the thing that's weird for me is that by the time it's time for me to have another fueling, that's what they're called fuelings. And if you're new to my vlog channel, I'm doing Optavia. But every time it's time for a fueling, like, I look at the clock, and it's usually like 5 or 10 minutes after the time that I'm supposed to be eating, and I'm like, oh my God, like, is it time again already? So it seems to like happen, you know, pretty quickly. Today I had, let's see what I had. I had oatmeal this morning, and then I had a bar, but I'm trying to save my bars because I only have like 4 boxes left, and I have like over 2 weeks left of the month, and well, 2 weeks left of my 30 days, because I don't know when I ordered it. I think it's like 2 weeks. So I don't want to be down to just like all shakes. So I'm trying to eat some of the meals and stuff like that. So I had oatmeal, a bar, I had garlic mashed potatoes, I had penne pasta. I have to say, like, since I figured out how to make that penne pasta, I really like it now. And it's very filling. And then I had the chili, and then I had the cheddar biscuit I made. So Which is interesting because, like, if I put that food all together, you know, like on a plate, and I ate that as like my one meal, like how I used to eat one meal, that would be still a lot of food. I'm just eating it over the course of a day instead of, you know, eating it all at, you know, one time. So I don't know. I enjoy it doing it. Plus, I'm starting to feel slimmer, and I'm starting to feel like I can really tell a difference, which is, you know, nice. But I need to trim my beard. I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning when I get up. Tomorrow I have to get up early, and I have to trim my beard, take a shower. I want to film a video before I go do this thing. And, yeah. So, my windshield right here is like fogging up. I don't know why it's happening right there, but I need to get another. I gave Tanya that June's Miracle cloth. I need to get another one of those. So anyway, yeah, I got up today. I ate my oatmeal, took care of the dogs and all that kind of stuff, and then I went and met up with my friend, and then I got a coffee at Starbucks afterwards. And I don't usually do that, but I just kind of had like a mug of coffee, and I didn't really drink that much of it earlier. And then all this drama started popping off. So, first I went, did I pick up PP's medicine first? No, I came home and I filmed my video, and I got it rendered and upload my drama video. And then I went and got PP's medicine. I filmed that video and my review video, and then I went and got PP's medicine. And then I came home and was cleaning up around the house for a little bit, feeding the dogs. And then none of PP's medicines like ever run out like on the same day, which is crazy to me, but they don't. So that's why it probably seems like I'm always going to pick up PP's medicine, because I feel like I am always picking up PP's medicine. Today I said to her, I go, how many pills are in this container? And she was like 21, and he gets 2 a day. It's his vet medin. And I know that the vet told us that we could get more than that. And I'm like, why are they only giving us 21? I mean, that's like 10 days worth of this pill, which it's expensive for 21 days. It came to like, it was like $25 for 21 days. It's like $1 a day. But he needs it, little guy. And then Alex came home tonight, and we hung out and talked for a little bit. And then I laid down for a little bit while he watched. He's been catching up on Jane the Virgin. He said he was caught up, but then I heard him watching an episode tonight, so there must have been a new one this week. And I used to watch Jane the Virgin, and I loved it. And I don't know what else he was watching. He watches so many TV shows. He watches, I think one of them was like The Flash or something like that. He watches like one of those Marvel shows. Like when I see it, I I know that I've seen it, but I don't know which one it is, if that makes sense. They're always in like some laboratory. So I don't know which one that is. But he watches that one and some other ones. So anyway, and then tomorrow I have this thing that I'm doing all day long, and he and Sarah are picking up their passes for the Snake Pit for race day weekend, and tomorrow morning. And then he's actually doing something with Optavia. He's doing something with it, like talking to somebody about it. And then he has this dinner tomorrow night that he's going to at a friend of his house. And depending on what time my thing ends, and I get home, will depend on if I go to that or not tomorrow night. If I get home in time, I'm going, and if I don't, then I won't. So it just completely depends on that. he has a friend of his that, I think she's Colombian originally, or like her parents are Colombian or something, and they make a rapist in Colombia too, but they do it differently. And so, like, Alex is acting like he knows how to make a rapist, and I've never seen him in 11 years make him. So they're going to get the stuff, and then they're going to make dinner for people tomorrow night. So I'll probably, even if I get back late, I'll probably go over there for the tail end of it or something. So it's going to be a long day for me tomorrow, but a fun day. So I'm excited. I have been allowing myself to have a can of Diet Coke. The last, like, 2 nights I've had a can of Diet Coke, and I haven't even finished it. But when I get done, like, vlogging, or I get done doing whatever I'm doing, like, or before I vlog, if I'm just listening to my audiobook, I get a can of Diet Coke. And that's been kind of like my little thing. I looked it up on Optavia, and I can't really find anywhere where it says you can't, but I watched that YouTube video of that girl. Did I just have one last night? I think maybe it was just last night that I had one. And I'm already planning for tonight. So I think it was just last night that I had one. Did I have one 2 nights ago? My mind is like so all over the place. I think it was just last night I had one, a Diet Coke. And I just got a regular sized can of Diet Coke, and I didn't even finish it. And, was that last night? Because I got done vlogging really late last night. Didn't I? Anyway, I think it was last night. I had a can of Diet Coke, and I'm going to allow myself to have a can of Diet Coke while I'm doing this. I haven't really been getting fountain pops or anything like that, so I've been getting water when I go with Tanya to the gas station. I always have my trusty bottle of water with me. It's almost empty though. And I have my humongous Mountain Dew chapstick with me too. I love this. And then Sunday is Mother's Day, and they have not picked a place yet. But I'm going to do my fuelings on Sunday, and then I'm going to allow myself to eat what I want to eat, but I'm not going to gorge myself. So I'm going to order what I want to eat, but I'm going to, like, not eat the whole thing. I'm going to, like, when I start getting full, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to try to be really careful with what I go and eat, too. So I'm going to, like, you know, try to follow the Optavia diet and have, like, 1 lean and 1 vegetable, if that makes sense. So very similar to what I do when I go to Patashu. But the last time that I went to Patashu, I got more salad and stuff. I'm not going to be so stringent on myself 1 day a week like that. I'm not calling it a cheat day or anything like that. I'm just going to allow myself to order what I want, as long as, I mean, and I'm not talking like an Impossible Burger from Cheesecake Factory, because that's too much. You know, if I did that, if I ordered the Impossible Burger from Cheesecake Factory, what I would do is I would order like just the patty and then maybe like a little side salad. So that's what I'm talking about as far as like ordering something that I want, and I wouldn't get cheese on it, or any mayonnaise or anything like that. So, you know, for our brunch on Sunday, it's real easy because I can get the egg white omelet and a side salad, and I'm like, that's good enough for me. And then, so, I mean, but I want to be able to go to restaurants, and I do feel like I am ready to be able to go to a restaurant and not be like, oh my God, I don't know, like, what I can have, and be panicked about it. Like, I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to go to a restaurant and be like, okay, I can order what I want, but I can change the order to fit the diet that I'm doing. And I feel like that's really realistic, you know. And I also think that it'll train my mind to start thinking that way for, like, when I transition off of this. But we'll see. So yeah, that's Mother's Day. I don't know, like, they still haven't picked a place, but I think it's gonna be interesting where we're gonna go for dinner. I mean, our places, I guess places would be open for dinner on Mother's Day. I don't know, but like, of course, again, no reservations or anything. I'm like, do you want me to do something? He's like, no, Carlos wants to go to such a Broad Ripple or somewhere. And I'm like, okay. Just suit up and show up. It'll be fun. I love being with the family. It's so much fun. Seems weird that it's Mother's Day already. Seems weird that it's almost the middle of May. I mean, it seems crazy that it's almost the middle of May. I can hardly even believe it. If you guys are like, I said this last night, but as far as the Devouring Grey, like, if you want a fantasy book that's not like 100% fantasy, that would be a really good place to start. Like, it's even less fantasy than Harry Potter. And, Harry Potter's just easier to read. But in this, I mean, you can't compare the two. They're so completely different. They're apples to oranges. But it's about it very much feels like a teenage, like, CW show. It's four teenagers. Four teenagers. Well, there's more than that because there's siblings and stuff like that. So it's like 7 teenagers. And they're from they're from 4 different families in this town. And one of the families comes back home. And it's like this town. And these 4 families were there to protect the town from, like, this evil thing. But, and I'm trying not to tell any more than that. So, like, each family has a different power. It's really well done. And the thing is that it takes place in current times, so it doesn't feel like all old-timey, which is kind of what, for me, honestly, the turnoff is for, like, a lot of fantasy, because I just don't like reading, like, era pieces, like, from way back in the day and stuff like that, or things that are set in a different time period. Like, I don't love that. You know, what's interesting is I don't mind reading, oh shoot, what's that called when it's like, the Hunger Games? Somebody's shouting it right now. I want to say, like, post-apocalyptic, but that's not what it's called. Shoot. It starts with a D, I feel like. The word I'm looking for. I can't think of what it's called. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about, like books that are set like, or movies that are set like way into the future. Dystopian. There you go. I know, you guys were like shouting it. I heard you. That's why it just came to me. So anyway, always right here. I do like dystopian fiction, which is kind of strange. You would think that I wouldn't. You know what's interesting is that Suzanne, what's her name? I don't know what her last name is, that wrote The Hunger Games. Do you guys think it's interesting that she hasn't written any other books since then? She hasn't, has she? I'm going to pull in somewhere and look. I mean, you would think you would hear about it everywhere. But she read, and I mean, they were all out by the time that I read them. And, but the first movie hadn't come out yet. And so I read them all. What are they? Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingbird. I can't remember which one was my favorite. I think Catching Fire was my favorite. But I could be wrong. I don't remember, honestly. It's interesting with series like that, like which ones I like the best. Like, I read the Twilight books. Oh my god. I did not love those Twilight books. But I was also like, so I read them when Alex and I first got together, so I would have been probably 37, 38 when I read them. And so many people had recommended it to me. So many people. And so I read them. And I thought they were really fast reads. In fact, the last one, Breaking Dawn. I almost called it Breaking Wind. She should have called it that, because it was all but a bunch of farts is what it was like. But Breaking Dawn, the last one, I like sat in our garage, like on the step, and finished that book like and read it like till like 4 o'clock in the morning one night, like, and just I was like, I'm finishing this book, and I literally just like was reading like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but like that one, it was interesting because like, so Twilight the book, well, it went back and forth for me. Like, so if I liked the movie, I didn't necessarily like the book, and back and forth, and I can't remember which one. I liked so I liked the second book, but I didn't like the second movie. Which means I liked the first movie, but I didn't like the first book. That's how it was. So I didn't love the first book, but I liked the first movie. And back and forth. That seems like so long ago, that whole like... Do you remember how many people after that named their like children and their animals Bella? From that book? Probably some of you out there, and your kids are probably 15 now, and you named them after Twilight people. What happened to all of that? Like, just Stephanie Meyer, she's written some other books, but I never was super impressed with those books. I thought the story was very well done, but I thought the writing was just horrific. I just didn't think the writing was very good at all. And then, what's interesting about that is, and I've told this on here before, but like so many people, so when people, like a lot of people recommend a book to me, or they're talking about it, I'm like, okay, I want to be in the know, so I read it. So I read the 50 Shades of Grey book, which I will say this, if you're going to experience the whole, everything that is 50 Shades of Grey, you should probably definitely read the books first. Actually, wasn't 50 Shades of Grey Twilight fan fiction? Isn't that true? Like, I feel like I know that somehow. Do people even write fan fiction anymore? Do you guys remember fan fiction from back in the day? I never read it. I didn't even know where to find it. But like, I think one time, like, I read some about, I think when I read the book Fangirl, I was asking a friend of mine, and they like sent me to some site that had like fan fiction on it. Do you guys know what fan fiction is? So it's like, they take characters and they rewrite their storylines, or if you've never read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, it is hands down one of the finest young adult books ever. It is so good. It's about two sisters that go to college, and they wrote fan fiction before. Carry On, this is the book that comes after it, and it's actually the fan fiction that she writes. But they're coming out with a sequel to Carry On, which I did not love Carry On. And Carry On is supposedly, this gets so complicated, you guys, okay? This is where you're truly like a book nerd. Carry On is supposedly fan fiction in the book, okay? Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So, okay, there's Fangirl. And Fangirl is these two sisters that are obsessed with this series of books that are like Harry Potter, but they're not Harry Potter. And so she goes in and she does this fan fiction based on those books, okay? Well, she's super famous online for this fan fiction, but nobody knows who she is. And then she and her sister, I think they're twins maybe, they are twins, and they go to college. And her sister, like, gets into the college life and parties and stuff, and, like, makes all these friends. I think gets a boyfriend. But the other girl, she, like, is afraid of her own shadow. And so she, like, stays in her room, and she doesn't want to go anywhere. And so she just becomes, like, obsessed with this fan fiction. Okay, so I don't want to ruin that book for you, because you should read it if you haven't read it. So there's that. And then, I didn't even realize I was at the end. So, there's that. And then Carry On is the book based on the fan fiction that she writes. And now there's a sequel coming out to fan fiction, which I'm not very excited about. I just didn't love Carry On, and it carried on forever. It was super long. Rainbow Rowell's books are super long, and they're really well done, but I've read everything that she's written. She is one author that I can say that about. John Green is another one. The only thing of his that I haven't read, I've read everything that he independently wrote. I haven't read Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. That's the only thing of John Green's that I haven't written or haven't read. John Green's brother's book, Hank Green, oh my God. That book that came out this year, that was so good. And apparently it's going to be a sequel. I did not love Turtles All the Way Down, John Green's last book. I know people absolutely just died for it, but I just didn't think it was that well done. It felt to me like he had to put a book out, and so that's what he wrote. But you know, it's interesting when you talk about like John Green's books. Like I watched John and Hank Green on YouTube. They might be some of the very first people that I ever watched on YouTube when they were like, they're the Vlog Brothers. And they started like, they were like some of the originators of, what do you call it? VidCon. And so their channel is they go back and forth and they discuss things. And then John Green came out with a book. Well, he had books out, I guess, before. He would have had to, because like Abundance of Catherine's would have, I think, was his first book. And it would have, I don't even remember oh yes I do. I was like, I don't even remember what that book is about. You know what's interesting is that, like, a lot of people don't like Abundance of Catherine's, but that's, like, not my least favorite book of his. If it's the one about the road trip, and then the two guys that end up working for a factory, is that the Abundance of Catherine's? I think it is. But so many people like Looking for Alaska, which is like my least favorite John Green book. People love that book. It takes place at a boarding school. I just did not love that book. It was very depressing. It was very sad. I really, really liked Paper Towns. I thought the movie was horrible. And of course, Fault in Our Stars. I mean, I read Fault in Our Stars in like 2 days. And it was in the spring or summer, and because I was sitting on the front porch, I can remember just reading the end of it and just bawling my eyes out. Very few books really make me just like move to emotion like that, and that one did. She's Come Undone. I mean, I remember reading it when I was with my first boyfriend, and we were in Cancun with my dad and my stepmom, and I can remember just bawling reading that book. And this time when I read it again, because we read it last year for the book club, I bawled my eyes out again to it. But it's very rarely do I cry to books. Like, it really takes a lot for me to just be really, really moved in a book. What else did I read that really moved me recently? I feel like there was a book that I read recently that really moved me to tears. I can't remember. What did I just finish recently? Oh, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo really moved me to tears at the end of it. But I think it was almost more like I had just like experienced her life, you know? It was a lot. If you've read it, you'll know what I mean. Such a beautiful book. My mom would have liked that book. What should I have for my fuelings tomorrow? I'll probably have oatmeal for breakfast again. That was good. That was a good idea. The oatmeal is actually pretty good on the diet. I mean, it tastes just like oatmeal. It's like brown sugar and maple oatmeal. And it's actually quite a bit. It's not any less than you would like make in one of those little packets, you know? So it's quite a bit. And I don't know, like, you know, I've always heard that oatmeal is good to eat in the morning anyway because it keeps you full for a while and all the it starts your metabolism and all that kind of stuff. But it was true. Like, I felt like I wasn't hungry, and I think that was part of it. So I'll probably start with oatmeal. I'm starting to try to figure out which ones I want to order again. I'm definitely going to order, I think I'm going to order the penne pasta again. I don't think I'll get the decadent brownie again. It just hasn't been one of my favorites. I mean, it's okay. I'm just not a huge brownie person. I almost wish they had cookies instead. I'm going to get the crunchers. I'll probably try a different kind of cruncher because, like, the snack thing is really nice for me. I'm going to actually probably get more. I'm going to get, like, macaroni and cheese and try a couple different more meals, and then definitely more boxes of the bars. Less shakes. The shakes have been the thing that I've been doing the least of. They're fine, you know. I think for, like, on the go, the bars are super, super easy for me. Because they'll be like, oh, it's, you know, 2:15 in the afternoon, grab a bar. I've been keeping a bar in here. Actually, somebody suggested it on my vlog, and I had thought about it that same day. I was like, I need to just, do I have one in here? I usually, no, because I ate one of my bars today that I had in here. I usually have been keeping one in my fanny pack. This is my purse of the day right here. You guys want to see what's in my fanny pack? Got a leaf, my wallet, that Sunbum chapstick, nothing exciting. No, that's not, that's that. This is that matte, okay, I don't know where I got this. Somebody sent this to me. It's this, so it's like this matte chapstick, matte lip balm, and it's either from Avon. I can't see anymore because the container is so torn apart, if you can see it. But it's like Avon, or what's the other one that's like Avon? Somebody sent this to me like a long time ago. If you were the one that sent this to me, can you comment below and say, oh my god, I sent that to you? It is like matte, but it has like a little bit of color to it. If you ever watch my videos, my drama videos that I do, here, I'll see if I can show you. No, you can't see it all. But if you ever watch my drama videos that I do, where it looks like I have a little bit of color on my lips, like, this is fantastic. It smells really good too. It smells kind of like vanilla cake. But you can't really see it on this, like in here, but it does, it tastes good. It tastes like vanilla cake. This is probably like literally one of the best lip balms of ever, like of life. And like if you don't want to wear lipstick, but you want a little bit of color on your lips, like this is really fantastic. I just don't know where to order it. Oh, it says right there. Hold on a second. It says on the side. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Hold on, I'm pulling here into this gas station. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's so small that I can't read it. Well, I'm out of water. This little parking lot that I pull into sometimes is completely dead. What is that? Restaurant, that looks cute. Never heard of that. Okay. I broke a pair of my sunglasses. I'm not happy about it. Oh, Alex bought me these new sunglasses. Do you guys want to see? They're Key sunglasses. He bought himself a pair and he bought me a new pair. Because he said, I think they'll look good on you. Look at those, aren't those nice? These are nice. I still have a lot of the ones that they sent me. I gave a lot of them away to people. Oh, what am I looking at my phone for? Okay, I need to put my glasses on and see. God, these glasses are so dirty, can you see? It says vanilla. Lip balm. Mary Kay is the other thing I was talking about. Flavor Saver. Montreal. Avon. I want to see, can you order this online? Because I'm almost out of it. Avon lip balm. Vanilla. Let's see if it pulls it up. Look what it looks like. Images. Oh my god, here it is. So can you see it? Avon Flavor Saver Lip Balm in Melon and Vanilla. Oh, here's one that they have in 3 colors. Oh, they have lip gloss too? Can you just get on the Avon site and order it? Oh my God, you guys, it's $1.29. You can. I'm gonna order some. Here's Dew Kiss Lip Balm. What are the 3 flavors? I did not know, but I will tell you what, right now, I'm real impressed. This is like the 3rd thing of Avon that somebody sent to me, and I really, really like it. Do you guys use Avon products? I'm really impressed with it. So yeah, if you're ever watching one of my videos and it looks like I have like a little bit of lip gloss on or something, this is what I always use. Like one of my drama videos. And then what else do I have in here? I have my wallet. And then I have Kiehl's lip balm. What's this? Oh, I have this Victoria's Secret Lip Plumper Extreme that Elle sent me. Thank you, Elle. That was a long time ago. I love this lip plumper look. You can't buy this. I tried to go buy it and you can't buy it. I don't make it anymore. Plus I don't support Victoria's Secret after all that nonsense. And then I have my receipt to getting my oil change. I have a pen from my dentist. The Tatcha lip balm that Elle also sent me. Oh, I have lottery tickets in here that I must have won something on, and I have car washes. Oh, view images. We didn't do... I need to put that out there. Ooh, that's hot. And that's all I have in there. Just doesn't get very much more exciting than that. And my car, I'm like keeping super clean now. So my sunglasses, I usually have 2 pairs on my car seat. I had the pair I just showed you. And then I have these Key sunglasses. I love Key sunglasses. So I have these 2 that I keep right here. And then I have, right here I have these glasses. Oh my God, you guys, those glasses that I just showed you, and I said they were broken, look, they literally just fell apart. And I already broke them anyway. Oh my God, there's like literally stuff is like falling off of them as I speak. I knew they were broken, but I didn't know they were that broken. My God. Well, I guess those are gone. I will say this about Key sunglasses is that they do fall apart. Oh my God, these weren't even the ones I thought were broken. Are you kidding me? And I literally just lost like screws down into like the side of my car. So there's no way I can even fix them. Because it's lost a screw here and a screw here. That is crap. Oh well. I'm not gonna complain about something I was sent. And then I have these. And these are the ones that I broke. Because you can see, like, this thing. And I don't want to push it down because I'll bend it. I don't know why I'm even keeping them at this point. Because I'm going to get a pair of sunglass cases, but no sunglasses in them. I have all of my things to try to for my camera that didn't work. I have hand spray. Oh, I haven't used this hand spray in a while. Mrs. Meyer's lavender hand spray. This is such an exciting vlog. I don't really have a whole lot to tell tonight, honestly, and I don't really have a whole lot of stories to tell. Stamps, because you always need to mail stuff. And have your forever stamps. Some change, although I'm trying not to keep my change down in here. Charger cord, but I keep my charger cords up here. The one thing that's really nice about this car is that it has this little area, this button that you push, and it opens into like this little cave that you can, and that's where all your charging things are. And you can even put like what do you call it, a little memory card thing in there. I haven't done that, but I'm gonna put my sunglasses in here too. Now I don't even have those out. Now my car's completely clean, and all I have is this. I'm keeping this car really clean this time. My last car I kept really clean too. Tanya always likes to come in here and just like throw change in here and in my Coke thing. And I'm like, and all I keep right here, like in my containers, is this. Well, I have this down here, but I'm keeping it out now. But I can't keep it out like when it gets hot in the summer because those lip balms melt, which is one of the reasons why I carry the fanny pack. But I need to organize all my fanny packs and start carrying different ones every day, just like a purse. I do love them. People ask me all the time, they're like, oh my God, that's so funny that you carry a fanny pack around like a bag. I'm like, what's funny about that? I know. Do you think I don't need to like use a lip plumper during the middle of the day? But anyway. But I do, I just like grab it and take it into wherever we're going, and it's kind of my bag. I don't actually really like to have stuff with me a lot, so if I don't have to, I usually just grab my wallet and my keys, because I just don't like to have tons of stuff on me. Especially like if it's in the winter and I can have a coat on and I can put it in a pocket of a coat, like that's fantastic. But I just don't like being bulky. Do you guys ever feel like that? Like I don't like having tons of stuff like in my pockets. So that's one nice thing about the fanny pack too. I think I was singing that song right here last night too, but I think I ended my vlog around here sometime last night. Maybe it was the night before. All these days are kind of floating into each other now. I need to call Caroline, my cousin, see how she's doing for Mother's Day. See if she's doing anything for Mother's Day. I don't even know. You know, like I do think about, like, I will say this is one of the weird things that happened with Mother's Day, like immediately the following year, because my mom passed away like literally right after Mother's Day. I don't know what the days were that year. I don't remember, but she passed away like right after that, and I really need to go. I think I might go in to see if Kroger is are they 24 hours? If they are, I might get one of those Mrs. Myers things and clean my, because it's like, I thought this was foggy, but maybe it's not. I don't know what it is. But anyway, like the year after that, like it's weird that I'm concerned about my mother-in-law making sure that they do something, because I mean, I guess it's not weird because I love her and I care about her and I feel like I'm part of the family, but I don't feel like it's my responsibility. I feel like it's their responsibility to do, and we'll go along, you know what I mean, and enjoy it. But the thing that was weird, like the year after, was like my mind over here is going in a completely different direction. I don't know why. My lips are burning, and I was thinking about this Christmas party that I went to with my ex for his work, and all of the girls that we went with were like obsessed with this lip plumper. This lip plumper had just come out. It was like one of the very first lip plumpers ever, and this would have been like in 2002 or 3. Isn't that crazy that I just remembered that? I don't know why. But anyway, I remember them all talking about that. Do you ever do that? Like you have like a response to something, then you think of a memory from the past. But anyway, the year after that, like Mother's Day was like off my radar. Like I didn't even think about it. Like when people will be like, what are you doing for Mother's Day? And I was like, nothing. Like I didn't take offense to it, and it wasn't like super hard for me or anything. But at the same time, it was like, it just was another day to me. I do remember that my my aunt and Caroline were like, do you want to come and do something with us? And I was like, no. I may have, but I think by the time that I would have, I started doing stuff with Alex and his. No, I didn't, because my mom passed away, and then Alex and I were together the following spring, and we did that champagne buffet thing that his mom loved those champagne mimosas at. She always says she wants to go there, and Alex is like, Mom, that place doesn't exist anymore. It's probably a good thing we're not going for brunch to somewhere that has like some Mother's Day buffet, because I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't be pretty. It would not be pretty. I think the last time Tanya and I came to Kroger, they weren't open. Well, this Kroger wasn't open 24 hours, but I wish they were, so I could clean my windshield. Those things like work like nobody's business. It's unbelievable. It must just be the defrost thing, because I don't notice it during the day at all. But I will say the defrost is kind of weird in this car. But I have it on. Maybe I need to turn it on warmer. It's kind of warm in this car already. I was thinking about my favorite TV shows earlier today. I used to love the show Moonlighting. Did you guys ever watch that? With Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. Dun, 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 dun. Those shows back in the day always seemed like, I don't know, like just kind of romantic adventure comedies of like the 80s, like Romancing the Stone, those movies. You know, I love all of that. I have so many of those videotapes still, like in my office. Into the Night is one of my favorite movies, like probably top 5 favorite movies, with Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer. If you've never seen it, you gotta see it. It's about this guy, and he finds out that his wife is cheating on him, and he's like a inner space engineer or something. He works for like NASA or some company like that, and he lives in LA, and it's such a great movie, you guys, and he can't sleep. And so his friend, who I think in the movie is Dan Aykroyd, maybe? It's got all these cameos from really famous people, and he tells them, like the guy that does Fozzie Bear's voice is in it, but he tells him, he goes, you should go to Las Vegas for the night. And he's like, you know, you can gamble, and there's like, you know, all this other kind of stuff. And so he can't sleep because he's got insomnia, because he's complaining about insomnia. This was like Jeff Goldblum, like one of his very first movies ever. And I don't know how I found out about it, but I loved this movie. And so he goes to the airport, and this woman's being chased by these guys. She's just come back with these 6 perfect emeralds. And when the Shah and Iran fell. And that's how dated this movie is, just for you guys. So anyway, it's them going all over town, running from these people that want these emeralds. I was obsessed with this movie when I was younger. I loved it. I mean, I cannot get enough of it. I can still watch it today and put it on in the background, and I just love it. I love this movie so much. It's available on Amazon Prime, I will tell you that. And I think it's free right now on cable. I just love that movie so much. It was so good. I know Kroger's not going to be open. Was I at 24 minutes again? I cannot believe that I've gone that long and I didn't even realize it. Okay, well, oh my lord. Wobbly. Sorry if I made you guys sick. I'm going to go in here and see. I'm not going to probably vlog a whole lot longer. I probably should just go home and go to bed is what I should do, because then it's 2:24. I can, there's cars out here. Dun, 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 dun. I have that Moonlighting song stuck in my head. Are they open 24 hours? Please use another door. Are they closed? Alright, thank you. Look at all their plants. They don't look so good. See, this is, oh my god, they have Korean boxwoods. I'm gonna get some of those from my yard. Like, I want to buy plants, but the thing is like, it's 41 degrees right now, and they don't have any of these plants covered, you guys. And I just don't think that they look like they're holding up so well. This is veggies and herbs. Strawberries. I'd be afraid to plant that stuff around with the dogs. I don't think I would want to do that. This right here, do you guys want to hear? Okay, true story. Now, you know in my videos when I talk about, I don't know her, I don't go to the Chinese buffet. With her, I don't go to TJ Maxx. Okay, this right here, Dragon House Chinese Eatery, this is my Chinese buffet that I go to, right here. 7 days a week, 7 days, all you can eat, lunch and dinner, children. Does it say eat free? There's ice cream and stuff. There it is. There's my Chinese buffet. Yep. And they have really good carry out too. Do you know a little trick that my ex taught me? and it's so delicious, is to get white rice, and then, you know, like the sauce they put over, like pot stickers, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a reddish sauce. You put that over the white rice. It is so delicious, you guys. He used to eat that when he was dieting. I don't know how that's a diet food, but it was, I guess, because that's what he would eat when he was dieting. Dun, 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 dun. I wish Starbucks was open. I'm like wide awake. I know I should go home and go to bed because I've got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, but I feel kind of wide awake. I probably just said 3 minutes ago in the video, I feel tired. Whenever I say I'm tired, I then, like, right away, I feel like I say that all the time to my friends. We'll, like, be at dinner, I'll be like, I'm so tired. And then, like, 5 minutes later, I'll be like, I feel, like, really wide awake. And they'll go, you just said that you were tired. And I'm like, I know, but I feel kind of wide awake now. I have the right to change my mind. Not in 2019, you don't. You don't have the right to change your mind. If you say something, you better stick to it. The Farmer's Bank. Do you think you have to be a farmer to farm at the Farmer's Bank? I wonder. Our pedicure place is right down the street. That's where Tanya and I go get our pedicures. Da, 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 da. Dollar store's right over there. Dollar Tree. It's a Mexican restaurant in there. Tanya said she really likes it, but I haven't been to it since it's that. I will tell you that place in the last, God, I don't even know how long, 15, 20 years, has been one Mexican restaurant after another, and it just changes names constantly. It's like Hacienda, and then it's like Pueblo, and then it's like this, and it's that, and I've never liked it. Now she said this is Tex-Mex, and I have to be honest, like, there's this Mexican restaurant here in Indianapolis. It's like authentic Mexican restaurant, Mexican food, and it's kind of like high-end, and I don't really care for it. And Alex's friends own it, and I have to say, like, I don't love it. And, they just die over it. They think it's so good. I think part of it is that I haven't been there since I haven't been a vegetarian, and so, like, I can't eat the queso because the queso has chorizo in it. I can't eat, like, any major burritos. So the burritos that I get are, like, vegetarian burritos, which they literally put, like, broccoli in and stuff like that, which, I mean, I love broccoli, don't get me wrong. I love broccoli. When I was a little kid and I was growing up, my mom would always make me eat a vegetable every day, right? And so she would try different vegetables. And I actually loved vegetables when I was growing up as a kid. I still do. I just don't make them for myself. I love asparagus out of the can. I know, probably not super healthy, but I love it. I think it's really high in sodium. But I used to love broccoli. And then my mom would put a lot of vegetables. She does with cucumbers too. She would keep them in the fridge in vinegar. And so, like, if I was hungry for a snack a lot of times, she'd say, well, there's, you know, cucumbers in the fridge. And she would just keep, like, a container of cucumbers in vinegar. I loved it when I was a kid. But broccoli, too, I really liked in vinegar. Is that a thing? Do you guys know? I don't know. I feel like things that I thought were kind of normal eating things, maybe in retrospect, were weird. And I didn't realize they were weird at the time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. This phone is just, or the camera's just, like, bouncing today. Isn't it weird, like, when you kind of, like, grow up and you start going to people's houses for dinner and stuff? Like, you don't really notice it, like, when you're in high school. But when you're older and, like, at, like, an adult, you go to people's houses and it's like people do chili completely different than, like, you grew up doing chili, and you're like, or the way that you make chili, and you're like, I almost can't even do it. Like, it's, you know what I mean? But now, everywhere I feel like I go, like Melissa's, Tanya's, the way that we do chili at home, like, I feel like we all do chili the same way. Like, we get that elbow macaroni, we put it on the side, we make the beans and stuff, and then we put that over that, and you can put, like, sour cream and chives and onions and crackers and all that kind of stuff. Alex's mother, and I don't know if this is, like, I said to him one time, I go, is this like a Latino thing? And he goes, no, because we didn't eat chili when we were in Venezuela. This was something that she did when she moved here. But she makes chili, and it's good. It's really good. I just can't have it anymore because I'm not a vegetarian, or because I'm a vegetarian, and because there's meat in her chili. But she puts it over rice, just like white rice, which I always thought was really interesting. But it's good. Like, do any of you guys out there do that? I have never heard of chili on rice until Alex's mom. I had never heard of it. And they put they crush up crackers and stuff in there. Like, Alex loves oyster crackers, so we usually get oyster crackers. But they crush up crackers and put them in there and stuff like that, just like, you know, you would do if you made chili in the other way. I just don't. I will tell you the one way I don't like chili is I don't love chili, like, real watery. Like, where you don't have any macaroni. I have to have macaroni in it. But when I was growing up, my mom would actually make a pot of chili with, like, the beans and the meat and everything in it. And I remember I said to her one time, I said, Mom, your chili is literally, like, the best chili in the entire world. I mean, my mother's chili was so good. And I would say, what do you do? And she goes, Peter, I literally just follow the pack on... I, like, have the, like, you know, the tomatoes in a can and everything. I mean, it was real basic. And she said, I literally just follow the back of the package of the Chili-O package. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, the Chili-O? And then she would make raw apple muffins or orange bread or something to go with it, or corn muffins, like Jiffy corn muffins, real easy stuff that I just thought was so delicious. But my mom, she would put spaghetti, like actual spaghetti, and she would cook it, and then she would put it in the chili, like mix it in, like not on the side, like it was mixed in. So like when we like took chili out, it had like that, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. I thought my mom's chili was absolutely delicious. It'd be really easy to make. I'd just follow a Chili-O packet and then put spaghetti in it. But the one, I think I did that one time, and Alex was like, why did you put spaghetti in it instead of like put like macaroni on the side? And I'm like, because that's what I could do. I don't know. One fall, I made him a bunch of chili. I actually burned the chili pan. How do you do that? I don't know. But I made him a bunch of chili a couple different times. But what we would do is, we used to do this with lasagna too. I would put him in these plastic containers for him, and then he could take them to lunch all week long. So I guess, like, we could maybe make a pot of chili and a bunch of rice, and he could do that for work, because he likes to take his meals to work. He doesn't like to always go out and leave. He eats Chipotle all the time. What did he say he had today? Oh, he had steak stroganoff from Noodles and Company. That's like his favorite. I've never had it from there. Oh, maybe I tried his one time a long time ago before I was a vegetarian. I don't know. I'm not like a stroganoff kind of person. So still out tonight, so pretty. All right, well, listen, you guys, I think I'm like almost close to maybe an hour. So this was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. And I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to turn around and listen to a little bit of my audiobook. And on my way home, yeah. And then I will see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I will be vlogging throughout the day tomorrow. So, and I'm excited about my little thing. And I will probably, I don't know if I'm going to, it's not a huge secret, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it a secret or if I'm going to vlog part of it or how I'll do it. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday, amazing Saturday, unless you have other plans, or whatever day you're watching this. I hope you guys are having an amazing day unless you have other plans, but don't. Just have an amazing day. You know what? When given the choice, we should have an amazing day. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And tell somebody else you love them. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love you.